So I am the one who's keeping her legacy alive. That's what I promised her. And I'm doing everything I can do by hell or high water to keep her legacy alive. So. I like to always start with the history of the business because I gotta pay homage to my mom because she's the one who started it. So Miss Myrtle's Bakery Shop is actually named after my mother who passed in 2021. Originally, we were called Not Just Donuts Bakery. So we started in December of 2000. And when she passed in 2021, we rechanged the name to Miss Myrtle's Bakery Shop to honor her. And so we were actually, before COVID, we used to sell donuts, we had coffee, we did breakfast, all those things. And then when COVID hit, we had to do the mandate of shutting down. So we had to eliminate all the donuts and all the breakfast and all that stuff. And we just kept our mainstay, which has always been desserts. And desserts has always been a big part of our family. So some of our recipes here, like our tea cakes, are passed down to us. It's dated 1835, which is my great-great-grandmother, Grandma Delia. So the cookies are named after her, and the recipe was actually passed down to my mother. And it went through a cousin who was raised by the great-grandmother and by her aunt. And so they passed the recipe to her, and that's how it became our recipe. So I take great honor when I make this recipe from scratch. We have a sweet potato pie also. That was an old recipe, and we're considered as the world famous sweet potato pie because that sweet potato pie has traveled around the world, literally. We were on The Cake Boss. We had an episode in 2013 which made the sweet potato pie popular. It's still being in syndication. You still see it around the world. And so at least every week, I get a message from someone from overseas saying they saw our episode. And they've since learned that my mom has passed away because they go on our website and see the dedication we got. So we have had customers from all over the world to come get our sweet potato pie because Buddy mentioned it on the show. And before we were on the show, he would shop us. We didn't know it was him. We didn't know it was his staff coming here or his people coming here buying stuff, and they would fly it back to him to New Jersey. And so when he came to Houston, he told us, I've been tasting y'all stuff for a good while. And he said it was always good. So you'll see the show. You got to see the show. You can see it on YouTube. I know it was on Amazon for a long time, but you can just type in Not Just Donuts Bakery or Myrtle Jackson Zachary. You'll find her or find our episode. So that's how we got the name world famous sweet potato pie, it still is a very popular item. That's one of our biggest selling pies. But most of our recipes, if not all of them, are family recipes. Anyway, I have a customer this way. So first of all, services, we give impeccable customer service. We make everybody feel like family. We give them a hug. And everybody who's been a customer of ours, remember my mom. She would sit down, have her coffee. She'd prayed over customers. She'd have blessed their children. She loved on them. If they had someone in their family pass, she always offered them a free dessert, like a whole full sheet cake for their repast, whatever. We always did community things. So one thing is our customer service is impeccable, hands down. We always gonna give you a smile and make you feel welcome. And that's one of our services. Now, what we offer is a little bit of taste of heaven. So we have from homemade cookies. We're talking about oatmeal raisin with pecans, chocolate chip, our Delia's tea cakes, from our mini cakes in the case, heavenly butter cake, German chocolate, sake timmy. There's some things that you can't find in the average bakery. So this is some of the things that we do. Peach cobbler, sweet potato pie, sweet potato cheesecake, banana pudding. I can go on. We do wedding cakes, birthday cakes, anniversary cakes. We do it all. It's a one-stop shop. Okay, love you. You know, our business, when we started here in 2000, this street was dark. A lot of the businesses that were here were already shut down. The homes that you see now, the townhomes, the lofts, they were not here. It was a lot of vacant lots or abandoned buildings. So we brought a little light. My mom always said, We were a beacon light in this area, in a community that died. And banks would not give us loans when we started because they all said, why would you choose Dowling Street? It was Dowling Street. And she said, I wanted to be a beacon light to the area. And so we know that we're impact. And it is a food desert. As you know, there's not many places other than food trucks. At the time, we did breakfast, lunch, and of course, desserts every day. And so we were impact because we did provide a service, delicious service, and a need in this area. Challenges we had to face, quite a bit. One of the biggest challenges is my mom passing. She was the matriarch of this business. She was the brain behind the business. It was her business, her legacy. So that was one of the biggest things, trying to reopen after she passed. And it was 5 of us, 5 kids. And some of my siblings did work here in the business, and they have since left. So now the biggest challenge is taking my mom's legacy on to the next level without their input, my siblings' input, and hands in. So that's one of the biggest challenges, taking my mom's legacy on. The second challenge was overcoming COVID. Even though COVID is over, even supplies are not the same. What the cost has gone up, and just recovery. We've lost a lot of business because we had to shut down and do curbside service alone. People eat with their eyes, not with what they see on a screen. So it's hard. A lot of our customers, we have a lot of older customers, so they weren't used to using technology. We had to go out to their car and show them how to send us payment because we weren't even taking cash then. So we were doing everything by electronically. So it did hurt. And we would have to still take their money sometimes, especially the older people. It did affect. So we've lost some big companies that have yet to go back in business or at least come back to the office. So it's an overall impact for us. I've seen more African Americans open up bakeries or starting their own businesses with that many restaurants. When we started in 2000, actually we started doing our research in 1995. And there were 0 bakeries in Houston that were Black owned. So I see that there are more of us in the business opening up as far as in the food industry. Do your research. It's important. Get an understanding of what your business industry you're going into is. Like I said, we started in 95 doing our research. We actually physically went to the library, did our research, did a business plan. I still have the business, we still have that business plan. Still a model. Things have changed a bit, but it's still a model that we use. I use now, but do your research. Secondly, you gotta work in your business. I know a lot of people who went in business did not stay in business. I've learned why. They started a business and went back to work or allowed other folks to run it while they collect the money. You need to be hands-on into your business. So that's another thing. And learn your business. Learn every aspect of it, because some days somebody may not show up to work. And I can tell you now, I know everything from the top to the bottom if I had to do this by myself. And I was forced that way in 2024 when no one came back to work, my siblings. So I had good thing I knew all aspects of the business. So it's important that those who want to go into business learn about their industry, learn about the business, and then also work it physically. Some things up and coming. I've been working on my mom's cookbook. She has a cookbook, and it's a story. It's also like a little bio about her family. She grew up in a really tight, close family, and they all lived on one street. She had aunts across the street, cousins next door. It's that kind of thing. Grandparents. She lived in the house with her grandparents and parents. And then she had uncles and aunts and cousins on one street. So the whole street was their street almost. So there's a lot of stories about the desserts. So most of the desserts have a story behind it. So it's going to be a cookbook, but a little bio. So that's something I'm working on. Finishing my mom's cookbook that she started and she didn't get a chance to start. And one good thing she did, she left me all the notes. I got the pictures, I got the recipes and everything. So that's one of the things I'm upcoming. And a new website. I'm upgrading the website as well. Come in and shop. Come in and purchase. Come in and order. Make us a part of their event. You have a wedding, you have a birthday, anniversary, or whatever, come to us. We have a website, which is www.missmyrtlesbakeryshop.com. We have our Facebook, find us Miss Myrtle's Bakery, Instagram, Miss Myrtle's Bakery Shop, and also you can give us a call, 713-951-9211, or visit us in the store, 2020 Emancipation Avenue at the corner of Gray in the heart of 3rd Ward. To Kendra, I want to shout out to Kendra. This is my little backbone. She keeps me in line. I love her to death. And I have someone on the other side, 2 other people on the other side I would like to shout out to. My husband, Adrian, which really holds me down. He doesn't get a dime. He don't want a paycheck. He just works and help me out and help this business out. And he does do it because of this woman right here, Miss Myrtle. And he's retired, so he's not looking for a handout. And then I also have one more employee, Ruben. He's also another guy back there in the back who helped decorate. Didn't have the skills to decorate. He came in here. He's been here for like 5 or 6 months, and now he's learning how to decorate cakes. Shout out to Loop Media. Y'all just happened to walk in, and I'm happy, excited. I was in the kitchen. I'm like, oh, I can't do this. I ain't got the time, but I'm glad I made the time. So it was God. You were God sent.